Pressure does not create the man. Pressure reveals him. At least in the beginning. When things are easy, everyone looks strong. When money flows, everyone smiles. When people praise you, everyone feels confident. When comfort surrounds you, everyone appears disciplined. But remove comfort. Add stress. Add uncertainty. Add some rejection. Add loss. Add responsibility. Now, watch closely. Pressure does not lie. It exposes. It exposes your habits. It exposes your mindset. It exposes your true level of discipline. If a man is weak, pressure makes him complain. He blames the economy. He blames his childhood, his boss, the timing. He blames everyone but himself. Pressure makes him emotional. He panics. He quits. Escapes. He distracts himself. He runs toward comfort. That is the first stage. You see, pressure reveals the real man. But here's what most people miss. That revelation is not the end. It is the beginning. Because the first time pressure exposes your weakness, you have two choices: collapse or confront it. The weak man collapses and stays there. The evolving man collapses but learns. He feels the stress. He feels the fear. He feels the temptation to quit. But he stays. And staying under pressure is the first act of transformation. You see, pressure is not your enemy. It is your mirror. When pressure hits and you panic, it's not because pressure is too heavy. It's because your foundation is too light. And foundations can be rebuilt. Understand this clearly. At first, pressure reveals the real man. But if the man refuses to run, pressure begins to reshape him. What once exposed weakness becomes the furnace that forges strength. The first time you face financial stress, you panic. The 10th time, you analyze. The first time you face rejection, you doubt yourself. But 10th time, you improve. The first time you face humiliation, you break. The 10th time, you absorb it. Why? Because repetition under pressure builds tolerance. And tolerance builds power. There is a moment, a shift, where pressure stops being something that terrifies you and starts being something that sharpens you. That moment is earned. It does not happen overnight. It happens after you refuse to quit. after you refuse to complain, after you refuse to escape. You begin to realize something powerful, that pressure is a battlefield. And battlefields do not destroy disciplined men, they refine them. When you step into pressure repeatedly, you start to detach emotionally. Not in a cold way, in a controlled way. Your face stops reacting. Your voice stays steady. Your decisions slow down instead of speeding up. Because you understand something. Emotion under pressure is expensive. Control under pressure is powerful. This is where the real transformation happens. The man who once panicked becomes the man who processes. The man who once blamed becomes the man who takes ownership. The man who once ran becomes the man who stands. And here's the deeper truth. Pressure never disappears. Life will not remove it for you. Trust me. Responsibilities increase. Expectations increase. Risks increase. But if you evolve, pressure feels different. In the beginning, pressure feels like drowning, but later, it feels like resistance training. In the beginning, pressure feels unfair. I know. But later, it feels necessary. In the beginning, pressure reveals weakness. But later, pressure confirms strength. There is a point in a disciplined man's life where pressure becomes familiar. He doesn't smile at it. He doesn't romanticize it. But he respects it because he knows without pressure, he would not be who he is. Now think about steel. Steel is not forged in comfort. It is forged in high heat. The heat does not apologize. The hammer does not hesitate. The process is violent, but the result is unbreakable. And you are no different. Pressure heats your ego first. It crushes your pride. It exposes insecurity. It forces you to see yourself clearly. And clarity hurts. But clarity is necessary. Because you cannot fix what you refuse to see. So pressure strips you. It removes illusions, removes arrogance, and fake confidence. And what remains? Truth. If the truth is weakness, good. Now you know. If the truth is discipline, better. Now you confirm. But either way, pressure tells the truth. And disciplined men learn to appreciate truth. Now let's go deeper. There is a dangerous version of pressure. The kind that makes men bitter. The kind that makes men angry at the world. The kind that makes men hard, but hollow. That happens when pressure is endured without growth. If you suffer but never reflect, you become resentful. If you struggle but never adapt, you become cynical. But if you suffer and study yourself, if you struggle and adjust, if you endure and build, pressure becomes a teacher. Then disciplined men treat pressure like training. They don't ask, why me? They ask, what is this teaching me? Financial stress teaches planning. Rejection teaches humility. Loss teaches resilience. Responsibility teaches leadership. And humiliation teaches ego control. Everything has instruction hidden inside it, but only if you stay. Only if you don't run. Weak men escape pressure. They numb it. They distract from it. They deny it. Strong men endure pressure. They analyze it. They adapt to it. They grow from it. That is the difference. And here's the shift you mentioned. There is a moment when a man changes. A moment when pressure no longer shakes him the way it used to. The bills arrive, he handles them. The criticism comes, he absorbs it. The stress rises, he breathes. The plan fails, he rebuilds. He does not overreact. He does not dramatize. He works. That's it. He works because he understands that pressure is not personal. It is structural. Life requires weight, and he has strength for weight. When the pressure arrives now, he doesn't ask if he can survive it. He asks how he can use it. That's the evolution. Pressure stops being an enemy. It becomes a providing ground. A disciplined man does not need easy circumstances. He needs opportunity to apply strength. And pressure provides that opportunity. This is why real men are built quietly. In private battles and financial struggle and emotional restraint, in silent perseverance. The world sees the result only, but it never sees the furnace. It never sees the nights of doubt, the moments of weakness, the temptation to quit, the internal wars. But those wars matter because they determine whether pressure reveals weakness permanently or temporarily. If you collapse and stay down, pressure revealed your ceiling. If you collapse and rise stronger, pressure revealed your potential. And potential is always higher than you think. The key is simple. Do not run. When pressure hits, stay. Stay in the conversation. Stay in the challenge. Stay in the responsibility. Stay in the discomfort. Let it expose you. Let it embarrass you. Let it humble you. And then rebuild you. Because every time you rebuild under pressure, your tolerance increases. Your emotions stabilize. Your reactions slow. Your discipline hardens until one day pressure arrives and nothing changes on your face. Nothing changes in your voice. Nothing changes in your work ethic. You simply continue. That is when you know you've evolved. Pressure revealed the real man. And the real man is steady. Not loud, not dramatic, steady. Pressure will always come. The question is not whether it will visit you. The question is who it will find when it does. Will it find the man who runs or the man who stands? At first, it may find weakness. That's okay. But if you stay in the fire long enough, if you keep showing up, if you keep choosing discipline, pressure will stop revealing weakness and start confirming strength. And that's when you become dangerous. Not because you're aggressive, but because you're unshakable. You see, pressure reveals the real man. So make sure that when it comes, it reveals someone you respect.